The other thing I want to talk about is the Epstein outrage. Listen, we already did a video on the Epstein stuff, and I thought that was kind of it. But the truth is, the story of this Epstein stuff is that it's not going away at all. In fact, it is building. First of all, I mean, whenever you have something political that both Ludwig and Moist Critical have made videos on, you know it is universally agreed. Like, everyone agrees now that this is fucking bad. It is completely safe. Everyone is now fully aligned that this shit is ridiculous, that Trump is hiding something, that he's on the Epstein files. Like, it is becoming night and day. It is no longer like a maybe. And so the entire, like, you know, the holding the line support, especially among younger people, is broken. There is like no more Gen Z Republicans holding the line. They're gone. This is wiping them out. The whole internet right-wing space is is like completely flipping on him. And I want to show you a specific video that shocked me. This is fucking Nick Fuentes. You couldn't find someone more right-wing online.
And now he says, if you're not on board with the Epstein cover-up, oh, I don't want your support. You're a weakling. F you. F you. You suck. You are fat. You are a joke. You are stupid. You are not funny.
He called him not funny. He called Trump not funny. Bro, even I'll defend Trump on that. He's a terrible president. But he makes me laugh.
When we look back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history. And the liberals were right.
Dude, I mean, this is unreal to come from him. It's unreal. This is like a heartbreaking. Worst person you know made a great point. But like, I just want you guys to really understand that what is happening is actually pretty big. Like, there's a huge swath of support that is evaporating. It is evaporating kind of overnight. Now, in the past, things like this have sort of soft happened and he can win them back. It's much more difficult this time. I think this is a deeper disillusionment. None of these people aren't going to flip over and start voting for fucking Kamala Harris. There's still a huge swath of deeply angry young men, right, that are going to be a problem in politics. We got to figure out how to, but I'm just saying in this short term, in terms of like Donald Trump's base, it is evaporating around this Epstein stuff. This has become like absolutely the straw that broke the camel's back. So this is happening. And then I want to show you this, which I think really hammered it home for me. Listen, there's a lot of issues that Donald Trump is underwater on. And by that, I mean polling worse, like more negatively than positively. And as I've mentioned over and over, as shocking as you might find it, immigration is still the policy he polls the best on. On immigration, many of his supporters think, yeah, he's still doing the right thing. Everything else, they're mad at him. But what you have to understand is that as mad as they were on jobs in the economy, where he's like -14, on deportations, on immigration as a whole, they're happy. But on deportations, like the ICE stuff, they're pretty mad, -16. On trade and tariffs, -18. On inflation, -22. People are fucking pissed that Trump has not brought grocery prices down like he promised. But all of that combined is nowhere close to how negative he is on Jeffrey Epstein. This is the least popular position he's ever had, ever, in any of his 2 terms. He has like a 12% approval, 60% disapproval. It's a -42. This is truly his worst issue he's ever had. Like, it's like the first thing that everybody understands where he's lying. Everybody gets it. It's spicy enough. It's relevant enough. It's conspiratorial enough. It's interesting enough to talk about that it's just sticking and everyone knows it. And it is now bringing him down. And it couldn't really happen at a worse time. I mean, again, this is pre-midterms. I will say it's worth noting. News in America moves fast. Things don't stick very long, which is why I'm surprised this has stunk for as long as this has been over like a week now. We've been discussing this. We talked about this longer than the assassination attempt. Things move fast. Things can move on, but I think this has some real legs in terms of disillusionment. And it's not just people that are being like, wow, I'm totally flipping on Trump, I hate him now. But instead of going from active defender of him to like, well, I like some of his policies. You know, people are starting to back off. People are not wearing as many Trump flags and hats, dude. Even in like heavy Trump areas. We are just seeing a retreat from this hardcore supporting of him that is going to just be disastrous for him politically after the midterm. So yeah, it's a big deal, bro. It's a big deal. I think we should watch CoffeeZilla's thing, see if he's got any new like crazy data on it. But I just wanted to tell you, like, from a political POV, this really is not just another story. The attempts to impeach Trump for like 4 years, him getting the mugshot, all that stuff did way less damage than 1 week of this Epstein story. 1 week has done more damage to his polling than any of the stuff they've tried to do. Here's
all of a sudden it goes from the files exist to they don't exist to they're a hoax actually, and there's a bunch of phony stuff in there.
I just feel like, man, Trump has lost a step if he's really, you know, he's a dumbass as a president, but he always had like these good political instincts. The idea that the story you're gonna tell me is that Obama wrote the files is so absurd. He's getting old, bro. You hate to see your goat get washed. It's like watching LeBron out there at 41 and people are blowing past him. Bro, what are you talking about? Obama wrote the files?
But I'm going to go through the main allegation, and I will...
Okay, I want to talk about this letter. He'll probably show it, but I just want to tell you, high level, there's this letter that Wall Street Journal found. By the way, I do want to call out Wall Street Journal and many of these are news organizations in general who have decided now is the time to finally investigate Donald Trump's links to Jeffrey Epstein. 6 months into his second term, we're finally seeing deep dives into Trump's Epstein connections. Most of this stuff was public. Now everyone's diving in. Now there's a big interest in it, so they're diving in and finding a lot of evidence. There was this letter they found. Now the letter is written kind of cryptically. It's like, "Hey Jeffrey, we share a fun secret that bonds us like brothers." So it's some wild shit, and then it's got a little doodle. And you know the story from MAGA has been, this letter is a complete fake. It's a complete fake. The signature was forged. This doesn't exist. I don't talk like that, and I don't do doodles. People already found that Donald Trump doodles a lot. He's got plenty of doodles, dude. Oh, it's pre-watch? It's in the video? Fuck me. All right, fine. We'll just watch the video then. We'll just watch the video.
And the final line is, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Obviously, that...
Okay, so just what I want to say about this is the claim, well, he'll talk about the doodle stuff. The claim that he's never doodled is false, but everyone says he doesn't talk like that. And it's true. It is true that Donald Trump, that I know, does not talk like this. The one you see as president does not talk like this. However, a little bit of Occam's razor here. If Wall Street Journal or Obama was going to fake this old letter of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, they would just write like him. Why would they write in this fake way to it's like so why would you make it up like this? This makes it more true. This is so weird and out of character that nobody would fake it like this, dude. Yeah, this is from 2003, by the way. This letter is from 2003, well before Epstein was known to be a pedophile. Well, he probably was known to be a pedophile, but well before he was convicted of it or caught.
"I never wrote a picture in my life."
I never wrote a picture in my life is so funny. I guess he's technically correct because he's only drawn a picture. He's never written one. Actually, very, very wise there, Donnie.
If it comes out, it's very devastating because you wouldn't lie about something like this if you thought it was no big deal, right? The denial actually implies a lot of bad things about what the letter could mean. If you weren't worried about a story like this,
Dude, I'm just the idea that the Wall Street Journal would just one day be like, yeah, let's just make up a fake letter from 2003 where Donald Trump drew a photo of a naked woman. Let's write some weird poetry he'd never write. It's so fucking, of course he wrote it, dude. This scheme makes no sense.
So we have some non-denials, some people who just didn't respond, and then we have Trump. Trump's the only one who's firmly denying this letter so far, with him doubling down on Truth Social, saying, "It's not my words, it's not the way I talk. Also, I don't draw pictures. I told Rupert Murdoch it was a scam and he shouldn't print this fake story, but he did, and now I'm gonna sue him in his third-rate news."
So this is another big deal. Donald Trump turning on the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch specifically, who owns Fox News, is now going to splinter even that. If there's a major lawsuit between Trump and Murdoch, that isolates, again, part of this big machine that keeps Trump in power. That media machine constantly has talking points for every scandal that get disseminated to all the different hosts and part of the media empire that keep this thing going. You know, if he's losing the online right because of the conspiracy, and then if he's losing Rupert Murdoch because of the lawsuit, and if he's losing, all of this is like breaking down the support that has kept Donald Trump bulletproof. And again, I would find him to be in a really precarious position. He's not in as powerful or an untouchable position as he might think. This is really like eroding his base of support pretty quickly.
Trump obviously states, I don't draw pictures, but turns out that's kind of not true. So in a book called Never Give Up, Trump wrote, each year I donate an autographed doodle to the Doodle for Hunger auction at Tavern on the Green.
It's not even like that he's doodled sometimes. He's like a notorious doodler. He's a diddler and a doodler. It's a fucking problem.
Great event. You once again just look at the way Trump has been behaving. I think it strongly suggests that
I
Trump...
will say, if Obama did plan this whole thing, masterful job. Because had this come out during the Biden years, they probably would have got away with saying fake news. But having it come out during Trump 2 makes it so much harder to deny. It is 9D chess to have it come out now.
Donald Trump, based on this, has posted, based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked AG Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam should end right now. And Pam Bondi has said, President Trump, we are ready to move on the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts. I think...
Dude, this is such a small point, but I just hate that so much of our government is now communicating via tweet and truth to each other. Trump publicly telling Pam Bondi on True Social, she publicly responding by quote tweeting, but on Twitter. This is ridiculous.
So I think given that, it's hard to see this as anything other than a distraction from what...
Someone said, gotta be bad for Trump coin. That's your big worry? The United States is unraveling. Our president's almost certainly a pedophile, and you're worried about your investment into Trump coin? Buy the dip, bro. Buy the dip. All right. Thank you, CoffeeZilla, for that reporting. Yeah. Anyway, the point of this all is to just tell you that it is hyper damaging right now to Trump. If you were worried that it's like every other issue, or he's kind of bulletproof on, it's not. Dude, imagine the files come out and there's a guy with Trump's body and Jerome Powell's face is pasted on hastily. And Trump goes, see? It was Jerome Powell the whole time in the fucking Epstein files. We have to get rid of him. It's funny. It's kind of a self-owned by Trump too here. In only that, a few weeks ago, Elon Musk on a platform he owns tweeted out to 500,000 likes, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files and that's why they're not being released. Major Trump supporter flips on him, calls him a pedophile, calls him out, and nothing happens. Everyone kind of moves on. Elon's stupid. I'm on Trump's side. It didn't even do anything. And then Trump started talking about it. What actually made this bad is Trump nonstop talking about it, saying Epstein. Why are we talking about Epstein? He sounded so guilty. He sounded so obviously guilty and so obviously trying to throw he Streisand affected it so hard. If he had just shut his mouth, people would have moved on. But everyone is realizing how obviously guilty he is because he keeps trying to say how not. It's crazy. Yeah, them trying to close the case. Yeah, that's what it is. Trying to stop the case, trying to bury it is exactly what made it a big deal. And him saying, let's move on, nobody cares, is what made everyone realize how obviously they should care. Like the Coldplay couple, it is actually just like that. It's actually just like that Coldplay couple.
Me off the track, me off the track, me off the track.
Meat on the beat.
Release the list.